Real estate is hard in real life and in video games. Today I'll show you a guide to selling property in GTA 6. Welcome back to GTA Robot, let's get into the video. Number 10, why sell? The first question a player must ask themselves is why they are selling the property in the first place, as it'll determine their next steps. If it's to upgrade to a larger building, then the intent isn't to draw any money out of the transaction and merely upgrade. In that case, just swap the property for a bigger property, and this guide will show how. But if the idea is to earn money from the deal, then a lot more thought needs to be put into it and some additional steps are needed.
You purchase property. So once you've selected a property that you would like to purchase, what you want to do is trade in one of these.
Number 9, sell via swap. There's no direct way to sell property in the game. The closest is via a property swap. Essentially, a player will sell a property by buying a new cheaper property and selling off their desired property to make room for the new one. A high value property is traded for a cheap property with the difference in value going to the player's bank account. Generally speaking, the player will want the highest valued property to sell and the cheapest property possible to switch into.
Have any upgrades on these clubhouses or whatever, then you're gonna be able to not make that much money, but because of the fact that you already have.
Number 8, what you can own. Currently, the player can own a total of 6 properties with a max number for certain property types. A player can have 6 apartments, houses, garages, 1 motorcycle clubhouse, 5 motorcycle club businesses, 1 office, 3 CEO garages, 1 vehicle warehouse, 5 crate warehouses, 1 yacht, 1 bunker, and 1 hangar. This means the player will need to own 6 properties before they can use one to sell. It's important to keep this in mind when buying properties with the intention of selling.
You can use to remove the dirt and blood off your character. You can also gain reputation points by singing if you would like. There wasn't time.
Number 7, best property types to buy and sell. The best properties to use for this buy and sell strategy are the things that don't make money on their own and are outclassed by profitable properties. For instance, an apartment quickly becomes useless when players can put living quarters in their business. For this reason, it's a great property to park money in. Generally speaking, apartments, garages, houses, and in some cases, yachts are great properties to buy and be sold later. Number 6, properties you shouldn't sell. Usually the player will want to sell properties that are no longer useful or valuable for them to own. This means that properties that are designed to make money or serve multiple functions are poor choices to get rid of. A bunker, for instance, can make the player millions with illegal arms trafficking, and a clubhouse can be used to make money and act as a safe house. Number 5, most expensive properties. Trading in the most expensive properties is the best way to gain the highest amount of money possible. Currently, the most expensive property in the game is the Aquarius yacht, which goes for $8 million. The other yachts, Maze Bank Tower Office and Garage, Darnell Bros Warehouse, Cypress Warehouses, are all expensive as well. But far and away, the best property to sink money into is the Aquarius yacht.
Buzzman. So this is kind of your workspace. I have apparently been an artist at some point in time. Back there was a huge blueprint of just...
Number 4, cheapest properties. It's important to know the cheapest properties available in the game to maximize returns. Currently, the cheapest property is the Popular Street Unit 124 Garage for $25,000. In fact, generic garages are the cheapest properties in the game, making them the best candidates for a swap. The best scenario for freeing up a player's money is to trade the Aquarius yacht for the Popular Street Unit 124 Garage. This allows the player to keep a garage to trade up later and it nets a cool $7.975 million in their pocket. Number 3, how to do the trade. Now that the player knows the best properties to trade, it's time to learn how to actually switch them around. The first step is to hop onto the phone or internet access and access Dynasty 8 real estate site. From there, the player will choose which property they want to buy and will be prompted to sell a property to make room for it, and that's really it. As stated before, the process is surprisingly simple once the player has 6 properties, but the key is knowing the best properties and what to do with that money to maximize returns. Number 2, what to do with the money. Once the player has that money in their pocket, the next question should be what to spend it on. Ideally, the money should go to an activity or investment that will yield even more earnings. This could be done by buying a property with income potential, like an office or a bunker. Alternatively, it could be used to buy better gear prior to going on a money-making run. Using those funds as seed money for a better weapon, armor, and a bigger car can yield a higher return if done correctly. Number 1, when you shouldn't sell. There are times when the player is better off leaving their money stashed in a property rather than swapping it out. One instance might be when the property is one that makes a large recurring revenue stream. For instance, a player could make $1 million or so trading in a bunker, but they'd earn a few million keeping the bunker and running illegal gun trafficking operations instead. Another example might be if the player is planning on spending or keeping the money in a way that is high floss score risk. This could be supplies for a player's business that can be stolen, a supercard that can be stolen or destroyed, or keeping it on their person while out in the open. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.
On GTA. Now